Jesus. Ugh. Think about yourself, you little bitch. Sorry, I am sorry. And he said that in that piece of shit season 7. Mommy of Liana telling me, promise me, Ned. Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you could, give it a like before exiting. And today we'll be getting into House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 1. Let's do it. Is the show I've been most excited about because I am a huge fan of George R.R. Martin's The whole A Song of Ice and Fire world. I've read all the books, Fire and Blood included. I'm gonna break right here to put this in the beginning of the reaction. I will not spoil anything. I'm not spoiling anything, so let's make that abundantly clear. Okay, back to the, what do you want to call this? Post-episode musings. And you know, despite how Game of Thrones ended, I'm still super thrilled for this. I didn't watch when it first came out because I think it aired like September, October, and I have to like really crack down and start studying because finals come up that December. It's like a full month of finals, so you like to get like a 2-month head start. But my best friend, she started watching, and that bitch spoiled like she didn't even realize she was telling me things, and she gave away 2 things that I was not aware of. And I'm gonna be very honest about the things that I already know going in. And I'm also going to watch the show without the book in mind. I am canceling the book. The book does not exist. At least that's what I want to do. I want to watch this without the book information like shrouding over me. But I don't think that's going to be too hard to do because she told me that they completely messed around with the ages and that Alicent and Rhaenyra are more so like sisters. They're like best friends and they're raised together from like childhood, and I think she said they're like a year apart, if not the same age. I have to look that up, whether they're not the same age or if they're like a year apart, like she said. But to me, I feel like that is enough for me to put the books aside. I feel like that completely changes the dynamic of Rhaenyra and Alicent. Not only is the dynamic change due to their ages, the fact that they are that close for that long also changes, well, to me, everything. I feel like that allows me to let go of the books and just watch. She told me about Alicent and Rhaenyra's age changes. She also gave up another piece of information that I'm annoyed that she did. But she told me about Laenor, that they don't kill Laenor, so I know that. So those are 2 things that I know going forward, which she told me about it when it happened because she was so confused, like, doesn't that mean all of Rhaenyra's children are illegitimate? So that's what she told us. So I just want to be honest with the things that I know going forward. I know about the age changes that they made, and I know about Laenor, them faking Laenor's death. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I have to see Laenor's character and how it unfolds. So once I see it, then I'll make my opinion. I want to go in as free as possible and give it just a clean slate. And just enjoy it as I watch it, as it airs. Just kind of have fun with it. I really want to have fun with this, and I'm just so excited for this one, to be honest. So let me just get into it.
At the height of its strength, with 10 adult dragons under it.
Is this the council? The World Council 101? World Council, the Council 101. Damn, look at Harrenhal. This is beautiful. I wonder, is it green screen? This is amazing green screen work.
To Harrenhal.
Jaehaerys.
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant.
She has white hair, not black hair. Okay then. I guess to make it easier for the audience to pick up that she's a Targaryen. Bitches.
Rhaenys, a woman down the house of the dragon, was itself.
Fuck King Jaehaerys. I don't fuck with him. The way he did his daughters were so dirty. Ah, the music! Is that the golden dragon? For the greens? Ah! I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm already in love. It is now the 9th year of King Viserys I Targaryen's reign. 172 years before the death of the Mad King Aerys and the birth of his daughter, Princess Daenerys Targaryen! Bitch! This show did you dirty, girl, but I know George R. R. Martin won't fail you! He better not. Which dragon? Is it Rhaenyra? I would imagine they start with Rhaenyra or Caraxes and Daemon. The music! Oh, look at this. The clouds, the sun, the music, and the dragons. Ah! I love the sound of the wind as she, like, you can hear it, the bass of the wind. Is that the red key? The music! Oh my god, the nostalgia. Dragons flying over King's Landing. Well, just one dragon, but you know what I mean. The dragon pit, dragon keepers.
Silence.
They speak Valyrian! Ah! Woo, the white hair. The Valyrian starter pack. The white bundles.
Content as a spectator, thank you.
I would imagine this is Alicent. King's Landing back in the day! So this would be year 108 AC after Conquest, or 109 AC after Conquest. No. 110. It's either 110 AC or 111 AC. The Red Keep! Why does it look even more beautiful than now than it does back though? Well, no, because it's newer. So maybe that's why it looks... Is this where they had the map that Cersei was standing over? Look at them. The castle bustling with people. This is her mother, Aemma, Arryn.
Did you sleep?
I slept.
How long?
I don't need mothering, Rhaenyra.
Oh, she's worried for her mother.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle and glory.
How Arya coded.
Now take a bath, you stink of dragon.
Oh, I wonder what dragon smells like.
Growing alliance among the
They
free
made the
cities has taken to
Valyrians
styling
black.
itself.
King's cupbearer must not be late. Leaves people wanting.
He's like, are you about to, did you just cut me off? Corlys in the background.
On
Aw.
Dragonbank. Hey, your grace.
It's such a sweet father-daughter relationship.
Shall we discuss the heirs tournament, Your Grace?
I would be delighted.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
God be good.
Says Damon.
Sparrow Rivo.
Look at the throne. I guess this is their way of trying to make it more... He's speaking Valyrian. I guess they wanted to make it more book accurate. This man is just sitting on the throne. Ooh, that is a shot. That is the best. Oh, that was a perfect way to like pan into Damon's face. It's so intimidating.
Do you know what it is?
It's Valyrian steel.
A Valyrian stone necklace?
Sister.
Turn around.
I guess they're starting early.
You and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
He has Dark Sister and she has a Valyrian stone necklace.
Kevy.
What an introduction to Damon.
Something Septimalo will be
Are they
furious.
sitting under a
Just funny that
weirwood
she's
tree? Oh,
Rhaenyra!
I like it. I like them. Oh, so sweet.
It's a small cut from sitting a throne. It's nothing.
Oh god, the throne's cutting his ass. That whole whoever gets cut like by the throne is unworthy. That thing, no. I'm pretty sure everybody who sat on that damn thing probably got cut. No wonder Robert's like, we gotta change this shit. Because I'm not sitting on this thing and get cut up. Fuck the maesters. I'm on to the maesters. Fuck them.
This is the only place I can find
Aw,
comfort
Mama
these
Aemma.
days.
She's so pretty.
It's as warm as the maesters will allow.
Don't they know dragons prefer heat?
But she used to have a sister, Visenya.
She wants his sister named Visenya.
The dream. It was clearer than a memory.
Is Viserys a dragon dreamer?
I heard the sound of thundering hooves, splintering shields
Thundering
and ringing
hooves?
swords.
Is it Dany? That dream. I'm so confused. Thundering hooves. That was from the prophecy about the stallion who will mount the world. Is he dreaming about Dany? Oh, 5 kids. Mama. Oh, baby. My heart goes out to that.
And I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am.
Jesus, that is painful. My mother had 7 miscarriages to try to have me. She told me all about that pain. Ooh, are these the gold cloaks?
When I took command of the watch, you were stray mongrels. Now, you're a pack of hounds. Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
So this is when Daemon formed the gold cloaks. So what are they doing? I didn't hear any of that. I was just so excited to see the gold cloaks be brought to life. I mean, like, to see... Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hello? Are you just beating random people on the street? Can you imagine? Well, got my bread, about to go home to my wife and child after a hard day of work, and next thing you know, your head's cracked open? God damn! Are we just beating up random people? How Machiavellian. I believe Machiavelli said that with in his book. Something prince. Oh my God, I forgot it. Oh no, it's just the prince. Acts of violence are only useful if done once. Is that a hand? Do we... Oh God, ass cheeks. Are we cutting off nuts and taking hands? So the raper loses his nuts. The thieves lose their hands. And murderers lose their life.
An unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk.
So they were criminals. So he only went after the criminals?
Brother?
Daemon.
The
Carry
brothers.
on. You were saying something about my impunity.
Fuck Otto Hightower. All day, every day.
Your new gold cloaks made quite the impression last night, didn't
He founded the gold cloaks.
You mightn't know this unless you left the safety of the Red Keep, but much of King's Landing is seen by the small folk as lawless and terrifying.
He is known as Prince of the City. He walks amongst the people. And I know Viserys was known to just stay in the Red Keep.
I just hope you don't have to maim half of my city to achieve.
Time will tell.
I'm loving it. I'm loving them.
My bronze bitch is happier for my...
You said it!
Your own lady wife passed recently.
Oh, God!
Did she not?
He's such a little shit. I'm curious, what would you do to him? If y'all two scrapped right here and now... I love his armor, the dragon scales. I wish I want to see a clear view of Dark Sister and the armor.
New city watch might be a good thing.
I mean, it's still around. It lasted. The gold cloaks lasted all the way to the bitter end. Okay, then, well, get it in, I guess. Or not. What's wrong with him? Not in the mood?
I could bring in another, perhaps a maiden.
Oh yeah, he did have a thing for virgins.
I could even arrange one with Silver.
I must say, that was a very interesting scene in terms of Daemon's hiding underneath a blanket, can't get it up. I mean...
Traveled long leagues to be at these games. But I promise,
this is
you
stunning.
will not be disappointed. Queen Aemma has begun her labors.
Oh, that ain't good. Look at this. It's like a coliseum, like two halves of like a stadium put together. This is gorgeous, and the flags of all the houses. Oh, this is a beautiful tourney site. They got a bigger budget than season 1 Game of Thrones did. That's all I can think of, because this is stunning. Oh shit! He just flew right back. Did he die on impact? Oh no, he's still moving. That's internal damage. Crushed organs, split organs, broken ribs.
No, a Cole of the Stormlands.
Kristen Cole? Girl.
For the favor of the queen who never was.
Greetings! That should have been you, girl.
Good fortune to you, cousin.
Yeah, I guess they made her have silver hair rather than black because, you know, the seed is strong. She has black hair because she's Baratheon and Targaryen. Well, I mean, I think she has I think a little bit of silver, but her hair is mostly black because, you know, the seed is strong. That Baratheon blood is like, I'm kicking anybody's ass. But I'm guessing they made her have silver hair, like just as a visual aid for the audience to let them know that she's Targaryen. They're getting fucked up. As long as no horses are hurt. Go at each other. Leave the horses. Oh, look at his armor. The dragon wings on his helm. And the horse's armor too. All black. Even Viserys can't help but smile. Hey! Oh shit. Dave about to get fucking... Did he lose his jousting sticky thingy? Ah! Why do you have to hurt the horse? Is this legal? Or, no, it's not illegal. It's probably frowned upon. This poor horse. Jesus, they're about to put this horse down. Such a dick. I don't care about the high tower. Oh wait, no, the horse can stand. Okay, yeah. Wait, who is that? She's brown, so she's. What do you want her to do? Shut up, Otto. Every time I see a maester come on my screen, I just wanna. Oh shit, that's right, she's in labor. Oh my god, what if she gives birth to like a dragon baby? Because they said it earlier in the episode.
All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Oh, is the baby breech? A footling?
Do something for her. The Queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might. But
I'm still wondering why they had her, a Targaryen woman, bathing in tepid water. And they refused to let her bathe in hot water. Because we know Dany would take baths in scalding hot water when she was pregnant. He lost, so he's good. Oh god. Okay, you know what? Thank you for going after the guy and not the horse. Kill each other, not the horses. They ain't do shit.
These knights are as green as summer grass. None have known real war. Their lord sent them to the tourney field with fists full of steel and balls full of seed. And we expect them to act with honor and grace. Marvel that war didn't break out at first blood.
She makes a good point. Rhaenys is a very smart woman. Oh god. He threw up. They're all so untested. You either have people, oh god, your fingers, girl. You either have people who can't stomach it or people who lose themselves to it. There's a saying that even peace comes with a price, and I feel like this is the result. Oh, Aemma. Mama Aemma. Mama Aemma. I don't want to lose her. What little we got of her, I adored her.
A technique is taught at the Citadel which involves cutting directly into the wound to free the...
Are they about to do a C-section on this woman? Oh my god. She's smiling.
you can save the child.
Oh my god, they're about to cut this woman. Jesus Christ, I don't want to see this. Fuck both of you. Are y'all about to cut this woman open?
Sir Kristen Cole will now tilt against Sir Daemon Targaryen.
I'm sorry, I don't care about this. Y'all, I'm sorry, Daemon, Kristen Cole, I don't care about any of you. Mama Aemma, jeez, are they about to cut into this woman with nothing? I like these parallel shots. He has all of this like armor and steel, and he has like nothing. Look how raggedy his shit is. I like the comparison, how they did it shot by shot. It was the same exact shot that they did. They like ran up on their armor, and then they showed, I mean, the horses. Was it the horses the first shot? No, I think the armor was the first shot, then the horses, and then armor again. Oh, Daemon got a hit. Just knocked the man over. Oh, is she clutching the necklace he gave her? God, about to cut her open. He's about to tell her. Oh God, her world's about to be crushed. Oh, where'd it go?
They're going to bring the babe out now.
She's gonna say yes. Oh, and she's smiling. She has no idea what they're about to.
I love you.
Is he not gonna tell her? Oh my God! Why they drag her down like that? Jesus!
No, it's all right.
Tell her! What does that mean? Oh my God, they're about to slice this woman open like a fucking fish. Take the baby out and not tell her? Oh my God, she's begging. Oh my God.
Don't be scared, they're going to bring the babe out. It's all right.
God. She's crying. Jesus. Oh no.
Making the first incision.
Oh my God. Jesus. Oh my God. I don't know why I just started tearing up at that, but that was awful. Why did he tell her? Oh my God. That, I don't know why that got to me. Hearing her beg and saying she's scared. Childbirth is scary enough, and then they start dragging her like that. I don't care about these people right now. I don't care about Daemon and Kristen Cole fighting. That shit was awful. Hearing her beg and telling him that she's scared, and he's just smiling saying it's gonna be okay. I don't care about them. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God, they're still going. Pass pass out, girl. Just pass out, pass out. She's still conscious. Oh my god. You would think her body would have just knocked her out at this point. Oh my god. Hearing her beg him to stop and say that she's scared was just... How is she not passed out from the pain yet? Ugh. I don't care about Kristen, Cole, and Damon right now. I really don't. My heart is with Aemma. My god, that was painful to hear her cry like that. And I don't have any tissue. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have any tissue with me right now. I did not expect to cry. Oh god. Get away from her. You did this. You could have at least told her and gave her the moment to like brace up.
Oh, she locked. So Kristen.
Princess?
Oh, Rhaenyra. No, stay away. Oh, fuck this man. I hate seeing Otto. Jeez, it's a bloodbath. Congratulations! Fuck you!
It's a boy.
A new heir, Your Grace.
A boy? I wish it was a girl, just to screw him over. And I hate the fact that that's like to spite someone. You say, oh, I wish she had a girl. Is this how she found out her mom was dead? That got me. Unexpectedly, that shit got me. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. Just I'm sorry. Oh, and the baby. Can you imagine dying like that and your child still died? Oh my god. Oh, now she's motherless. I will never be a son. Oh, sire. Oh, she has to burn the body. Oh. Is she looking to... Oh. Damon just said your father needs you. I think she needs her father. Right there in that moment, she needed her father to look at her or do something. I hate to say it, but that fire looked fake to shit. I'm sorry. That felt so inappropriate to say, but I had to say it. That fire looked fake as shit.
Where's Rhaenyra? Your Grace.
Mourning her mother.
That of your succession.
Oh, here he comes with this fuckery.
Left you without an obvious...
The king has an heir, my lord has.
Amen. Oh, God.
Despite how difficult this time is, your...
The way Lionel Strong is just looking at his ass.
...would murder me. Take my crown. Are you?
Y'all gotta get the fuck up. Oh, is this man eavesdropping? He ain't shit. He really is a little menace. Oh my god.
A man who lacks the patience for absolute power.
Are you talking about yourself, you little bitch? Sorry, I am sorry.
Who else would have a claim?
And here it goes. Is he looking at Otto?
Stability so concerns this council, then perhaps we shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl heir.
You know, as misogynistic as this entire conversation is, the Lionel Strong wasn't wrong. If that was their concern, Viserys is done with it. This man is grieving.
And I know that others here agree.
Others? You mean one. And that's that fucking maester from Old Town, where the High Towers rule.
My wife and son are dead!
Thank you! I'd have all of them gone for even Otto and the maester can get the fuck out for this bullshit. If this is the same day as her funeral, yeah, you overplayed your hand, you son of a bitch. I swear to God, if this is the day they buried her and he pulled this shit, Otto had to go. There were only 2 people at that council pushing for Rhaenyra, and that was Otto, Hightower of Old Town, and the maester from the Citadel of Old Town. Everybody else wasn't really... Look at this little shit! I smell the conspiracies! Oh, is she crying? I wonder if she and Aemma were close too.
I thought you might go to him, offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
And the fuckery begins.
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
This poor girl is literally tearing her cuticles out. And I used to do that too. It's nerves. It's anxiety. I used to do that as a child too. Off the shoulder and everything. Otto is shameless.
It's very kind.
This fucking bastard's really doing this to his daughter. And Viserys is like, I don't even know what the hell's going on right now. Are they even close? Is Alicent and Viserys even close like that? Is it Viserys? They must be, for Viserys not to like wonder, what the hell are you doing here? Yeah. Aemma was technically his cousin too. So, I mean, they're family. They're all family in some strange way.
The heir for a day.
That's an interesting cut that they didn't show it. I wonder how he said it, because they purposely didn't show us him saying it, the tone, because he was sitting there sad. I mean, he started smiling after a while, but for the most part,
cut out your tongue.
Like, well, shit, what I do now?
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
Yeah, I believe he said it. I think the tone in which he said it was probably not as celebratory as Otto made it.
Mr. Morn in our own way. You're great.
You have no allies at court but me. I have only ever defended you.
Oh, he could feel the pain in his voice.
You do that
because I'm your brother.
Nepotism for the win.
Then why do you cut me so deep?
I've only ever spoken.
Truth hurts.
A cunt.
Why do you have to say it like that?
So Hightower is a more honorable man than you could ever be.
You're weak, Viserys.
I don't think he's weak, just indecisive and doesn't actually want to be king. Oh shit, he got another cut. Look at that shit, it's so jagged. I mean, on one hand, I know the saying, anyone who's unworthy gets cut by the throne, but at the other time, I'm like, look at this bitch, how can you not get cut?
Without them, we're just like everyone else.
Danny said that! In that piece of shit season 7.
All of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron, a king or queen, strong enough to unite the realm against the cold and the dark.
Well, Cersei was on the throne, so I'm gonna say no.
Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire.
Is that the cat's paw?
Promise me.
Why does that remind me of Lyanna telling me, promise me, Ned? I really like what they did to the throne in order to make it a bit more, I mean, it's not book accurate, but then again, oh, what pressure. Oh, Rhaenyra. Oh, yeah, that breath, that deep breath. The music and the dragon roar. Whew. Okay, so I'm back. And when I say back, I just had to step away and my dogs use the restroom, outdoor restroom, and you feed them and all that nice jazz. So I'm back, and during this time, I actually wanted to look up the actress's name who played Aemma Targaryen, and I believe her name is Shian Brooke. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be butchering it. I am very sorry if I'm butchering it, y'all. And if she ever does see this, my apologies. But Mama, you brought me to tears. I mean, there was just something about her voice. It just, she had this moment earlier in the episode where she smiled. I'm like, oh, she has like the sweetest, like motherly smile. I don't know. There was just something about her that just gripped me from the jump. And then when she started crying to Viserys and saying that she was scared, and I was a goner. I was a goner. I was a goner. I was a goner. And the second person I had to look up was Viserys' actor, Paddy Constantine, because same thing for him. That scene, that ending scene with Daemon, you could feel the pain. Oh, as well as the scene in the council. You can feel his pain in his voice. There's like this like voice crack that he did. Like you can hear the hurt. And I just want to say chef's kiss to both of them, because they were my favorite part of this episode. Aemma and Viserys, they were my favorite part. Now that I've given all my love and affection to both of them, I want to start with Daemon and Rhaenyra. I noticed something, an interesting parallel between them. In George R. Martin's writing, I think it's fascinating, and it was in this. There's something similar to being a firstborn daughter and a secondborn son. There's something very interesting about that in terms of their inheritance and where they stand in social standings. And there is similarities there. And I feel like we got that a bit with Daemon and Rhaenyra in regards to the boy, this son about to being born. And what was interesting is that neither one of these characters voiced this initially, like out. I mean, Rhaenyra did later on, but at her mother's funeral, but earlier it was Alicent that pointed that out to her, and it was the White Worm, Lady Misery, or Missaria. She also was the one who had to point it out. So both of them weren't able of actually saying it. Not to say that I feel like it's an interesting like conflict that both Daemon and Rhaenyra had in this episode in regards to this impending son. I don't think Daemon wanted this boy to die. I don't think he would wish that on his brother and on his cousin, because I believe him and Aemma are cousins. And or for Rhaenyra, I don't think Daemon's that cruel. Like, I think he has, yeah, you know what I mean. I definitely think so. But to wish death on this baby, I don't think that's what he wants. But would he rather this baby not exist? Absolutely, because what else does he have but this title of heir? Like, he's his brother's heir, and that's it. That's all he is. Other than that, he's just a second son. Prince or not, I mean, and I mean, not really. It's just because he's a dragon rider. He's the wielder of Dark Sister. He has all this importance, and yet it doesn't mean anything if it doesn't mean anything to him. Or if he ranks this being heir, or maybe it's just about being important to his brother, because he says it in that throne room. Not once have you asked me to be your hand. And I think it's, I mean, I made a joke about it being nepotism for the win, but I think it's more so like the utmost trust. You want that to be, you want your sibling to have the utmost trust in you and no one else. Not to mention, if it is someone else, it's like, okay, I have a sister. There's only one person I'd want her to trust more than me, and that's maybe like her spouse. That makes sense. And even then, I better be like he could be 1A and I could be 1B. Okay, and so I get why he feels that way, but at the same time, I get why Viserys doesn't fully trust his ass, because he's such a loose cannon. I feel like Daemon suffers from like being an asshole, and I did. And when I say suffers from, I mean he has assholeless tendencies, and then you couple that with like little brother, I gotta be a dick to everyone energy, and then you triple that with I'm a second son at that. I mean, little brother and second son can be the same thing, but it's all of that wrapped up into there, and then it just becomes I'm a dick for no reason, just to be a dick. So that's what I feel like Daemon is. And in regards to Rhaenyra, Alicent voices those fears when they're by the Weirwood. She says, you know, aren't you afraid, or something like that, and she kind of brushes it off. But for Rhaenyra, I feel like it's also her mother. I feel like she fears for her mother. I feel like she felt it coming, like her mother may not survive, because she says, Aemma says, I've had lost 5 children. How, I mean, it's just it's a gamble. It's a roll of the dice until how long before it's her. And unfortunately, it was the 6th child was her. That was, I'm sorry. Every time I think about that scene, I'm going to like have a moment to myself. But yeah, I saw that parallel between Daemon and Rhaenyra. They don't want anything to happen to Aemma or the baby. Neither does Rhaenyra. But at the same time, this boy being born, it removes them from the only thing that kind of saves them from Rhaenyra being a firstborn daughter and Daemon from being a secondborn son. She's no longer like the apple of her parents' eyes, and Daemon's no longer heir, which is what he feels like all he has to claim. And that's all Rhaenyra can ever have claim to. So it's just interesting to see that conflict. Now, as for Otto Hightower, well, no, I want to get into Alicent and Rhaenyra. I feel like making them sisters does, it like makes this a bit more complicated, to say the least. I think it gives them a well of depth to like pull on as the seasons go forward. There's a lot of emotional, I feel like you get like a lot of emotional beats you can hit if the show hits it, like I feel like they probably can. Granted, I know the actors change, so I don't know how that'll work, but you do get, the writers did write themselves this like well of emotions. Being raised as like sisters, they have this connection that as things like tear apart and dissolve, you can feel what they used to have. Now, here comes Alicent and Otto. My heart goes out to Alicent, because holy hell, you are grieving. Like, the death of Rhaenyra's mother has reminded you about the death of your own mother. And you're crying, and you come to your father and you're like tearing up in his arms, and then all of a sudden he hits you with the gas. Put on your mama's dress and go seduce your best friend / sister's father, after the woman you've pretty much known all your life, who was Rhaenyra's mother, has died, as well as Rhaenyra's brother. fuck Otto Hightower. Otto, I feel like I'm on the fence with him. Well, because I feel like it's also second son syndrome, because he's doing what I feel like all second sons do. You really don't. It's like what I think Daemon said it. He stands to gain nothing that he doesn't take for himself. And in this case, I think it's very obvious where, you know, the queen is dead, and then the Hand sends his daughter in and essentially tells her to get close to him right after, you know, the queen has died. So it's painfully obvious what he's doing. Fuck him. It's so gross to do that to your child who's literally crying like in your arms, and then the next thing you know it, you're sending her off into a situation that I feel like Otto is smart enough to understand why she's biting her nails. Like, he knows she's nervous, he knows she's anxious, he just doesn't care. Go do what I told you to do. For Alicent, you know, she's being it's a tricky situation to say that both Alicent and Viserys are being taken advantage of by Otto, because Viserys is older and he does wield the most power between both of them. However, he is in a very vulnerable place, and Otto is preying on that vulnerability. So it's like, it's such a tricky, I feel like it's a nuanced conversation, but it's a conversation that can be had. You know, yes, he's king, and yes, he wields both power over both of them, and yes, he's older, but at the same time, he is vulnerable. And Otto is using his daughter to prey on that. And Alicent is vulnerable because she doesn't have the freedom to say no. It's just a fucked up situation, and it's like, fuck Otto for doing this. And at the same time, you understand, because this is what second sons do. This is what the realm has pretty much set standard for them. But at the same time, you don't feel sorry for him, or he's just as culpable, because you have everything. I mean, yes, you are a second son, but you are hand to the king. You were hand to the king to two kings. Like, you hail from Old Town, like one of the most powerful cities. You got the Maesters, you got the Faith in your back pocket. Speaking of fucking Maesters, you got the Maesters and the Faith, like two very powerful institutions in your goddamn back pocket, in your families. You guys are so fucking powerful. Second son or not, you wield a tremendous amount of power as hand of the king. What more could you possibly want? And now look at the shit you're doing to your child at that. And for what? He's the definition of the, you know, the people who have all of this power and yet they still want more. So yeah, the shitstorm that Otto's about to stir up is just unnecessary, completely unnecessary. And like I said, I want to bring up the Maesters and that scene where he starts to stir his shit. I think it's the day of Aemma's funeral. Like, he doesn't even wait. He overplays his hand, I think. And he pushes. It's only him, because in the room, it's Lord Beesbury. It's Lord Beesbury. It's Lionel Strong. It's Corlys. It's Viserys, Otto, and the Maester. And there are only two people who are advocating to remove Daemon in favor, because there's this moment, I hope I catch it, where Viserys asks, I'm trying to remember what he said. Shit. Where he's like, well, maybe it wasn't Viserys who said it, but someone says, well, who other than Daemon? And the Maester looks to Otto. And I feel like that was like, because he doesn't want to overplay his hand, or like he's being subservient to Otto because Otto's pulling those fucking strings. And he's like, I don't want to overplay my hand or say something. If this isn't the right time to introduce Rhaenyra into this conversation, I don't want to be the first one to say it. He looks to Otto, and then Otto brings it up. And so it's like these Maesters, and I have a hope. I know that the show isn't a 1-for-1 for the books, and I know they're deviating and they're changing things, but there are some things I do hope the show does do that the book just didn't, because I know they want to flesh certain things out in the show, and I do hope they choose to flesh out the Maesters and the Faith. These are such two powerful institutions that play a massive role in the Dance of the Dragon. I don't want to spoil anything. Like I said, I'm not going to... did I even mention I'm not going to spoil anything? I'm going to break right here to put this in the beginning of the faith and the Maester reaction are such powerful I will not spoil anything. I'm not spoiling anything, so let's make that abundantly clear. Just everyday life of the Westerosi person. What do you want to call this? Post-episode musings? And the Hightowers, well, I should say the Maesters, like the Order of the Maesters and the Faith, like the Mecca, it's in Old Town, and the Hightowers rule Old Town. So it's like, you see the connection and the fact that there are only two people in that room that was pushing, in that council room that was pushing for Rhaenyra, and it was the Maester. And before they brought up Rhaenyra, he looked to Otto. It was only those two. I mean, come on now. And then Viserys like snaps, rightfully so, and says this is like fucking disrespectful. Their bodies are probably still smoking outdoors, and y'all are saying, well, who to replace them? And I feel like there's this moment where Otto's like, fuck, I overplayed. And then we see him like writing a letter and giving it to the Maester to send to Old Town. And I feel like he's writing someone back in Old Town saying, I need more time. Like, give me time to get Alicent in there. I feel like that's what was being said. I can't confirm it, but I hope the show really does expand on the Maesters, like the Order of the Maesters and the Citadel, inside the Citadel. I hope we see Old Town. And another thing I hope we get is Aegon and Rhaenyra. Like, it's a hope. Like, I have a few hopes. I'm not gonna be mad if the show doesn't do it. I just want to see more of it. I want to see Aegon and Rhaenyra's relationship. And I don't think that's a spoiler. Because I feel like the show gets far enough. I want to see Aegon and Rhaenyra. And I want to say Aegon, I mean her brother Rhaenyra. I hope, like, we get to see what the relationship is like before everything goes down fucking hill. And another relationship, or like threesome, I hope the show takes like the opportunity with the episodes to flesh out, is Rhaenyra, Harwin, and Laenor. I want to see what the fuck happened here. Like, for some big ass like consequences and decisions and all that. How the did this come to be? Like, hello? I want to see what happened here. Maybe not in like disturbing detail, but I want to see how all of that happened and how certain choices were made and the consequences. I want to see Rhaenyra, Harwin, and Laenor. And the complicated stuff of that. I'm trying to see what else would I like to see? Oh, the dragons. Rhaenyra is like I think she's the youngest known dragon rider. I think she was 5 when she rode Syrax. I hope we get dragon lore. Like, I want to know more. Like, we saw the dragon keepers, we saw the dragon pit. Fuck that dragon pit. But we saw that they have saddles. Like I said, Daenerys Targaryen, them thighs can crack walnuts because she rides Drogon bareback. Let's see. I think that's it. I think those are really the only things that I hope I get a chance to, like, the show takes the opportunity to flesh out. Aegon and Rhaenyra. I want to see that brother-sister dynamic. The Maesters and the Faith, these institutions, I want to get into them. And the relationship, particularly the relationship with the Hightowers. Let's see. What else did I say I wanted to see? Yeah, Rhaenyra, Harwin, and Laenor. I feel like there was, and the Dragon Lord. Those are the 4 things that I really hope that the show takes the opportunity to, like, get into. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I can't think of anything else. Before I go, do I want to talk about anything else? Rhaenyra, Alicent, Viserys, Daemon, Otto. We saw Laena. I think that was Laena. We saw baby Laena. Wait. Is she older than... I don't fucking know. I don't want to reread the book. Because I don't want it fresh in my mind. I'm comparing it, but maybe that wasn't Laena. But this might have been a random Valerian child. No, but it could have been a random Valerian child. Fuck it. But anyways, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like and tell me what you thought of the episode down below. And if you want to subscribe, Enjoy 2023. It just started like